Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Karen Whiting and I'm so glad to have you here today. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to mix my favorite dessert dip and shrimp dip, and then do some little things with little bites that you can eat in dip. So the first thing is going to be the dessert dip, and I have marshmallow fluff in here that I have softened, and I've got a package of cream cheese. So I have a full package of the marshmallow fluff, full package of cream cheese. I'm going to mix these two together, and then I'm going to divide it up because I want to make some that's orange and some that's chocolate. So I'm going to scoop some of it into a little bowl here. Alright, and have some of it here. So with what I have in this bowl, I'm going to add some tang, just a little bit of tang. I have a teaspoon in right now. I usually use about a tablespoon when I'm doing it only with the orange, and then I have to sort of taste it and see what it's like. So I'm gonna see, I think that needs a little more, so I'll be adding some more in. Just stir that up, and then I will put it in a little container later when the show's over, and I will refrigerate it for a little bit. But that makes a very tasty dip for your fruits or pretzel sticks, anything like that. And with this other one, I am going to stir up chocolate. So I'm going to just put some cocoa powder in here. It's already very sweet because of the marshmallow fluff in it. If you think you need it sweeter, you can always add some powdered sugar to it till you get the taste that you like. But it makes a very nice chocolate dip. You can add more chocolate if you want it darker. I just drink a little bit of the cocoa, so that's good. And again, I'm going to just refrigerate this and let it chill. Now for my shrimp dip, and this is probably my most requested recipe of all the things that I make in my kitchen. So I have softened up 2 packages of cream cheese, and I'm going to mix in a package of sour cream, and this will have to cook. I have these 2 ingredients so far. And then I drain and put in whatever I want. So today I'm using shrimp, but you can use crab or tuna fish, or you can use chicken if you don't like your seafoods, langostinos, whatever seafood you like that you can, if you're using it fresh or certainly cooked though, you want to chop it up tiny. I'm using tiny shrimp in here. So I'm just going to mix these 2 ingredients together, or 3 now. Sour cream, cream cheese, the shrimp, and then I'm going to add in some Worcestershire sauce, and I can't say that I really measure. I just sprinkle Worcestershire sauce over this and mix that in. And once this is all done, all I really have to do now is put it in an oven at 325 degrees and cook it for about 35 minutes or until the edges turn a little bit brown and it gets a little bubbly. And just before I put that in the oven, I can sprinkle on some parsley, or I can sprinkle on some paprika. So right now I'm going to use a little bit of paprika. I'm just going to sprinkle that over this. So it adds a little color, a little more flavor to it. And then once it's cooked, it'll just be ready. So there you have it, my shrimp dip. Just wiping my hands off on my towel here. So those are a couple of really quick and easy dips to make anytime you want them. Then for these little chips, and these are the just plain little chips, you can add garlic to it if you want, I would use in my shrimp dip. And these little twists over here are coated with a little bit of sugar, and they're good for the sweeter dip. And you can make them in any style or size that you want. So let's just talk about how I do that. I'm gonna take a roll of pizza dough, and you can make your own. I've got a recipe in my book, The Gift of Bread, or you can buy pizza dough, and when you have a roll of that dough, you can just cut a slice of it, break that in half and roll each of these into little snakes. Let your children roll them. And once you've done that, you can twist these together. Make a little twist. And then I'm just going to put them here. I'm going to brush these with a little bit of butter, and after they cook, I'll brush them with a little more butter and sprinkle them with cinnamon sugar. Now, to make my little pizza bites, or chips, they're going to be similar to pita chips. I'm just going to cut, I rolled out some pizza dough, cut it into squares, and then cut those into triangles. I'm going to brush this with a little bit of olive oil. This is actually my olive oil brush. Okay. The other one's the butter brush. And then I can put them in my air fryer. And I will flip them over as I put them in here, and then brush the other side with oil too. Or you can spray the oil on, whichever you prefer to do. And then once I put them in this air fryer, I just will cook them at 350 to 400, depending on what degree you choose and how crispy you like them to be. Cook them a little bit higher if you want them crispier. If you want them a little softer and chewer, cook them a little bit lower. Okay, so once I have them in here, I'm going to take a little more oil on my brush and just brush the other side of them and put them in my air fryer. And that'll only take a couple minutes to do. Check them every 3 minutes and see if they're done enough for you or not. But again, these are just soft, chewy little bits for dipping. And as I said, for the sweet ones, I would be twisting these, and you have to put them down in there almost as soon as you twist them. Dip them in a little bit of butter, put them in, and then cook them up. I just kind of push the edges here to keep that from unraveling right now. So again, I just am basically going to be taking this and making 2 little snakes from it so I can twist them together. I make my tube, and then I cut them into sections, and from that I can easily make these. And you can just cook that little stick itself too if you want just a plain stick to dip in. But if I have 2, I twist them together a little bit. Maybe see those little rolls and have it there. But with the holidays coming up, it's always great to have some things that are simple and easy to make in your kitchen. So whether it's a dessert dip or a heartier shrimp dip, and this is very nice to serve with vegetables also, and the fruit goes very well with the sweet dips, and some little chips that they can have that you've made from your pizza dough, or little twists that they can use to dip in. Those are all really simple and easy to do because I like things that don't take that much time. Having raised 5 children, there were a lot of times that I had to do things pretty fast for us to get food. I'm just going to check in here and see. That still needs a little more time. But I'm so glad you could come and join me today, and know that with hospitality, whether you're entertaining or going somewhere, you always want to greet